This is the Leo reading, the monthly zodiac. I like to do these readings with the new moon, as I feel it is a right time to connect to the individual signs, where the full moon I like to connect to the full moon I kind of like to look at as a period of instinct and heightened intuition. They both are, but especially around the full moon all things have come to light, and so I think it's easier for anybody to connect and pick a card. So I do want to say that at the beginning of this I was feeling a bit of perfectionism, OCD kind of energy, and I just wanted to bring that up if that is something that is occurring for you. It might be causing some delays, so to go ahead and sort of prioritize your time and focus and not get too hung up on the details. You know, they say like the devil's in the details. If you get too hung up on those little things, it can become obsessive and take away from the whole picture. So also step back and look at the whole picture. But let's go ahead and start. We have the Star Dragons Oracle cards here, the Sacred Web Tarot. I'll be clarifying with my gifted deck here, the Enchanted Tarot, Queen of the Moon Oracle, and Moonology. So let's dive into it. Yeah, I'm still feeling a little bit of that perfectionism energy. So I definitely feel like there is a message there for somebody. I myself get into that. I think we all can. I think we all have all the components within us of all of the zodiac. You know, what be it our different organs, our different you know, systems like the nervous system and the digestive system, and you know, all of that, and different parts of the brain, and you know, you can break down into many different things, but also but I definitely didn't get into that myself, that perfectionism energy. However, it's something that I've somewhat become more observant to and let go of more often. So maybe that's something, a message there. Like, try to just observe when it happens, and in that moment breathe and just, you know, let it go and focus on, get back into focusing on whatever it is that you need to focus on. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Leo here. Messages for Leo. Ooh. Messages for Leo. Also, just to appreciate life gets a little messy. That came in with the, I believe it was the Taurus reading, and to like appreciate the mess that, you know, it just means you're living. Like, of course we can structure things, and that's wonderful too, but you know, just not to let that overwhelm you. Spirit guides and angels. Okay, I'm being called to, I have a light don't know what you'd call it, the little plastic piece that is where the light switch is, like that backboard to the light switch. That is of Winnie the Pooh, and I'm like very called to the scene. It's Winnie the Pooh eating his honey, and Piglet nearby watching, and there's butterflies. And that's maybe again about enjoying the nectars of life, and you know, he always gets it all over himself, and but he's just enjoying life anyways. So we have your trust, love, and friendship. Destruction, releasing your anger. And choice, understanding consequences. This is 9, and it is kind of reminding me of the Hermit. So perhaps this is feeling new moon energy as well. Perhaps we are like coming, you know, we're a little out of that like strong part of the new moon energy. We're getting closer and closer towards the first quarter, but I'm still feeling just an energy of taking some time to really be alone with yourself and see what it is that you need to break down. Typically, that is like something you want to do at the full moon, so that you can then, you know, release something as the moon is shedding. So perhaps start taking time now to just kind of really collect, observe. Take this month to just really observe things. Let's get your tarot. Okay, I just got that song. I don't know what it's called, I'll put it up there of course, but love and marriage goes together like a horse and carriage, which also always reminds me of that show, Married with Children. Perhaps you're married with children? Last one here. Alright, spirit guides and angels. Messages for Leo here. Any messages for Leo? Okay, I am realizing this connects. I had a song before your reading. Actually perfect for Leo. That's why I kind of questioned, is it for Leo? Because I got it before even starting, before your meditation even. But I did kind of still feel like it was for you, because it's the lion. It's the, what is it? The lion sleeps tonight. was singing it in the shower because I felt it just, you know, kind of burst out of me. So also maybe that, okay, definitely. But the reason it felt like it connected here was the taking time to really look at your, like, taking time to be dormant with the Hermit energy coming out there. Scout of Water, which is the Knight of Cups. I'm getting, yeah, that you have messages with yourself. This is kind of looking like a shower. I'm feeling maybe that's going to be a time where you get a lot of thinking done, or just to get into the water. Cancer had that message as well. I do have a lot of both. I have a stellium in both Cancer and Leo, as well as Capricorn. And so I do feel like those readings often kind of connect, perhaps because of that, but let's get into this further. Spirit guides and angels. Alright, so you're definitely feeling distracted. I keep getting very distracted here. Spirit guides and angels. Messages for Leo. Messages for Leo. Alright, so we have the Three of Swords as a challenge. The Nine of Wands in reversed as a challenge. In reverse as a challenge. Blah. I can't get my words out. So that might also... You're very in your head and distracted, and it's causing it to be difficult to maybe communicate. And the Magician. So it's been a period of healing for you. I just got this polar bear is giving me Hermit energy as well. I think you feel very isolated and alone in your energy, and I think this has been because you've been processing a lot. I just want you to know I give out so much love to you, but you have it in your power to change the circumstance. I think this is a kind of, it's lonely at the top energy. You might not feel like you are, I don't think you give yourself enough credit. But I think a lot of people have a lot of respect for you. You might be looking at exchanges in your life and seeing who it is that you truly can deeply trust, and, you know, creating stronger boundaries with those whom you might not trust. And that doesn't mean you have to, you know, I feel like there's like a period there where people were very much so cutting people out of their lives. Like it became a very like toxic people, which like if that's what you have to do, you know, that sometimes is necessary for a period. But I think that we learn better boundaries when we, like, you know, you can't choose your family, but I do feel we're perhaps put in the family we are for a reason, and it's better to learn boundaries than to completely cut off. I think you don't really learn about boundaries if you just entirely step away. That almost can become avoidant. Now there are of course some situations where for your own health you have to entirely step back with love and, you know, love from a distance. That is very true. But there's just, you know, different ways of, you know, you all know your own situation. But I see you making choices on who you, like making sure that those in your energy are healthy for you, and you know, definitely kind of setting those boundaries and stepping away from those who perhaps aren't. You know, and some people, of course, you can, like I just meant family, but, and of course sometimes people do need to, I'm not, that's completely understandable, but just, yeah, sometimes you can entirely step away from friendships, like, if you feel that they don't have your best interest at heart. Or even partners. This is love and friendship. But, you know, ultimately, this is your choice. I am getting strong lover's energy. But yeah, this is your choice. This is something that you need to look at yourself and just connect with. Because that's not for everybody. That's, you know, only if it resonates. And if you've already felt that way. So we have here the Six of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Pentacles. So, yeah. You're still kind of holding on to something here. Now for some, there may have already been a split and you've just been holding on to what happened, or that person still, and perhaps you're being called to let go. You know, this cheetah is letting go. Spirit guides and angels, any final messages? So you have here the Fool card, so I do see you letting go of this. And really stepping into your own here. I see this kind of reigniting this power in you. But let's go ahead and clarify a little. For some, I do see this as family. For some, I see that this is somebody that you work with, actually. And for others, I see, or just somebody that you may have been working on something with. And for others, this is about you stepping into your own expansion, if that makes sense. You've been very focused on getting your work out there. You may be resisting your spirituality a little bit. It might help you to connect to that a little bit more, or simply, or your intuition, or just knowledge. There might be something that keeps coming up to you. Oh, some of you also are just going against the grain. This project that you've been focusing on, but perhaps, you know, sometimes you might step away from it and get a little bit out of focus. Because I am feeling that, like, a little turbulence with your focus. Or your drive even. But no, maybe it's because you feel you're on the wrong path, but you certainly are on the right path. You've got the whole world in your hands. Some of you might feel, you know, I kind of got Atlas energy there. Like the weight of the world is on your shoulders. You feel very responsible. And this again could be about family. So you might feel heavy burdens with your family. You might need to create some more boundaries. Only do, like, of course it's wonderful to help out, but you know, you've got to put yourself first. You've got to take care of yourself first before you can really reach out and help others. So make sure you're not taking on too much of other people's stuff. And that can be even, it doesn't have to be like physically like helping other people out. That could even be just like worrying too much about other people. So try to just focus on you here. Take some time to really just focus on you. Get into hermit mode a little bit, cocoon a little bit, so you can emerge stronger. More clarification for your spirit guides and angels. Can you clarify their challenge here? Oh. Okay, yeah, some of you are feeling very much so heartbroken here. So there's definitely something you're still healing from that really emotionally knocked you. You may have felt that there was a future there, like if this was a relationship, you really thought this was the one. But ultimately, the universe has more to offer you. So try to let that go. I see you ultimately letting that go and being excited about stepping into your own energy again. Yeah, definitely. You're going to take that time. Some of you might, there is a message here that some of you might, I feel this, I do this myself, but you might sometimes emotionally flood, like you might vent a lot of your emotions out to other people. I'm getting to try to reserve your energy and not do that. Try to kind of find other ways to vent, and that can really help you stay focused. You know, there's definitely other ways to vent. I think that it might just keep bringing your attention back to it. So I think you have there might be still more to process there, but you're not going to, it's not going to help you to think of it too often. Just let things come naturally as they do, and don't, and try to let it go as often as you can, so that you can focus on you more. You don't want that energy to keep you attached here. Just any more clarification for our Leos here. The outcome. Clarification of the outcome for Leos. Thank you, spirit guides and angels. Oh, those really flew out. Okay. So we have Ace of Swords, which is again telling me to invest in you. Keep your thoughts focused on you and not venting too much about it, because it does just keep causing more of a, even it doesn't matter what you're saying, you're focused on their energy, it's causing an attachment there. So I kind of feel it's more venting and like a way of like, you've been upset, and maybe this doesn't have to be the love interest. I am feeling that, but I also am feeling familial energy. But yeah, the more you vent to your friends or whomever about this, the more you are focusing on it and unable to find better solutions. So focus instead on finding better solutions and let it dissolve. Six of Wands, you are certainly going to do this. You are certainly moving forward, and you know, when these things come up from the past, you are processing, but you are also able to leap over. I'm getting lots of cheetah energy. Some of you might be quick to anger. This situation, like, that's another thing. Venting might keep you caught in anger about it. So try to find forgiveness. There's that wonderful saying, a very truthful saying, that being angry is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to, you know. And so yeah, try to really sit with yourself and release that conflict and find peace. I'm also getting like the, oh, what was that called? It's harder for me to think of names when I'm doing a reading. The war between the Mayans and the Aztecs, was it? I'll have to input that after I do some research. And we have the sun in reverse. So, I mean, I do see you connecting with what makes you happy, and seeing right now that, like, I'm getting also happiness is a choice. So choose to step in your power. Choose to see what you can change about the things that don't make you happy. And again, I'm getting to let go of the any bitterness you might feel. And I think that's going to also help you with discipline and focus as you keep figuring that out. You're going to become more focused and clear. So let's go with your Queen of the Moon card there. Guides and angels, messages for Leo, please. Messages for Leo. Focus, of course. So yeah, you're definitely being called to focus. Transmute your thoughts. By transmuting that anger, you're going to be able to focus more, and it's going to help you move forward as well. And connect to, it's going to also help you connect and be able to earn more. And I'm not saying it has to be just focusing on work, but just focusing on you. And trying not to concern yourself too much with the issues of the world, the issues of others. I almost was going to say wish. So wishes might be granted for you. concerning the world or others. So I did get be careful what you wish for. So perhaps again, like anger can, you know, cause delays, cause issues with that. So try to release any of that frustration, but yeah, let's get your numerology. Spirit guides and angels, messages for Leo. Whoa. Messages for Leo, please. Messages for Leo. Okay. Okay, yeah, I kind of just felt this little bit of overwhelm there, and I almost dropped this. I kind of did drop this crystal. So try not to drop the ball if you start feeling overwhelmed. Just take baby steps, you know, take on less if you need to, but try not to, you know, just drop everything. Just rejuvenate, find ways to rejuvenate. You know, if you need to have more play, if you need to, and I think we often can, like, you know, sometimes we'll like give it, like, say, oh, like, you know, we might think like watching something is play, or and it can be, but I think that sometimes sometimes we gravitate towards things that aren't actually rejuvenating but taking our energy, but thinking that's, like, you know, time for us. So really look at that, really look at what actually revitalizes you and gets you in your energy, and what you can do to revitalize your energy by, you know, doing these things. So we have believe in the impossible here, so that connected with that wish thing. So things are going to work out for you. I see wishes coming true. You're manifesting something here. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Oh, and this is blue moon, by the way. Meditate and contemplate. So, and there is a super blue moon in August. So that also might be of importance here. Meditate and contemplate, so that's going to also, okay, I'm getting specifically focused meditations. So what you want to do for focused meditation is, a lot of people do it with a candle, but you can do it with many things, but you find some focus point, something to stare at, and you know, it seems simple enough, but when you're out of focus and do this practice, you really begin to see it's not as simple as it sounds until you, like, really practice it. But you focus and zone in, and you lock your eyes, and you just kind of let it put you in a state of, like, mesmeration almost. And a lot of times, like, you know, you're gonna almost resist it. It's like you feel this pull of resistance sometimes, or you might feel just distracted. You might hear something and it makes you want to, there's many things that might distract you, but you gotta keep pulling yourself back to it and just focusing on just that one thing. Now, candles can, the brightness can somewhat affect your eyes, so do be mindful of that. It might be helpful to use like something else instead, but fire is about focus, so it is good to have around when you do it. It is also, like, even as a kid, I loved being mesmerized by like a bonfire and kind of seeing the shapes come alive in the flames. I didn't realize that that was actually, I don't know what you'd call it, like pyromancing? But yeah, definitely takes some time to focus meditation, but even just regular meditation. And yoga, I also just been getting to connect with spirituality. You and your loved ones are safe. New moon in Cancer, you know, that's connecting again to being concerned about a lot of the world issues and or even just stuff going on in your family. And it just very much so taking a lot of your mind. So try to just trust in the universe and the abundance of it all, and just let go and let things occur how they're gonna occur. Let life unfold. And I'm getting that song, "Que sera, sera." Whatever will be, will be. But also let go of perfectionism. I again was getting into that energy. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. So we got a lot of Pisces energy here. And again, about connecting to your spirituality more if you're a very practical mind, but you know, keeping it in balance. I kind of am getting the feeling that you are a more logic, you love logic, and I think that it'll help you to see the good and stepping out of that logic mind and just allowing and seeing the abstract. You know, a lot of ideas can come out of that, you know, out of the woodwork, quite literally. I used to do that when, for art, I would look at wood and, you know, trace out things that I saw, like patterns and shapes in the wood, and then let, you know, that carry into different things. So you might seek inspiration through that, but also just keep in balance. Because some of you might be the opposite. Some of you might be more spiritually inclined, more in the abstract, and you're being called to get more in a place of logic and, you know, balancing that out. You know, it can be easy to get lost in daydreams and in its wonderful guidance, but it can keep you dormant. But some of you need to go into a dormant mode as well. So it's just about balancing. You'll know which, you know, part of, where you're at with that and how you could balance. Don't let your past hold you back, South Node. So yes, this is again about letting go and, you know, letting things dissolve. Alright, let's go ahead and grab your chart. Woo. Alright, this is a leaf here. So this is about turning over a new leaf and getting clarity. I also just wanted to put this up to the light, and it's interesting how glass kind of, I mean, it displaces, but it also disperses the light, so it like kind of fills the whole object. And I'm being reminded too now of like stained glass windows, which is kind of reminding me of the Five of Pentacles. So perhaps you feel, again, isolated and left out in the cold. So find your inner light and let that disperse within you, let that emanate. I think Leos are wonderful at doing that. You just might be giving out too much of it, so really allow yourself to do that within yourself and contain it within you. And that doesn't mean you don't have to always, like, I think you naturally do give wonderful energy out, but sometimes you need to do it just for you. This bear is reminding me of sleep and hibernation again with the Hermit. Bears are also going to be a signifier for you. They might be giving you messages right now. It might be some spirit guidance there. But it's about getting into hermit mode when you need to, and self-nurturing, and preparedness and focus again. You know, bear will very much so lock into one position and stare. You'll see younger bears when they're, you know, getting salmon in the season. You'll see younger bears dive in and just try to like flop and grab a fish, and the fish getting away, and you know, they jump the gun a little bit and get ahead of themselves. But the mature bears, they stay so still, sit and watch and wait for that perfect moment where a fish crosses that path, and then just go in for it. They are very calm and collected and focused. So I see you getting into that energy of calm and collectedness to help you focus. We have a dolphin here. This is relating with the Knight of Cups. So this is going to be about riding those waves. You know, allowing emotions to come and go, and flowing with that. Knowing that you can keep your head out of water and you're gonna stay afloat, and you don't have to feel so overwhelmed. Just tap into that meditation and it'll really help. We have the guitar here. Music might help you focus. Now you want to make sure it's the kind of music that can help you focus. Also, I'm just feeling this energy of strumming. Metronome. A metronome might help you focus. Okay, this is the Triskelus key, which also came out for Cancer, I believe. It's about moving forward is ultimately going to produce more of that. So taking steps is progress no matter which direction you're going in. And also, like, in taking those steps, it's going to really help you move on. This is the rabbit with a little pearl here. I'm getting more about wishes being fulfilled and the blue moon. So perhaps around the blue moon, something is going to come to you. Also, pearls are about slow progress and calcification, like building structure. But yeah, they grow very slowly, so I do feel maybe something's been slow coming, but it is going to happen. Just because it's been moving slow, don't think that it's not going to happen. And we have here the crown for Leo, of course. Yeah, I got this before, but I'm again getting, you might have even been for Leo last month, the scene in Wizard of Oz where the lion gets his crown. Before it was that song, but now I'm thinking, maybe at the end, does he get a crown at the end? But it's also about bravery and courage. So perhaps you and your loved ones are safe. Have the courage to just step away from overthinking about that and trust that. And focusing on yourself again here. Let's grab your rose. Alright, so I already see manas. So manas, I've been saying you have to bear with me on the pronunciations as I get more adapted into using the runes here. But manas is intelligence and culture. I was getting a lot of intellectual energy off of you. That's why I felt a lot of you are very logic going. I see you being a very cerebral person. Somebody who likes to think, and that's why you might get in your head and worry a lot. So, you know, try not to overthink things and focus. Use your mind as, you know, really hone your mind. It's a wonderful asset. It's a wonderful tool, but ultimately it's an extension, and we can be the master of our minds. We can decide what we focus on. So transmuting your thoughts again. Having some flexibility with that, and flexibility again with balance and or spirituality and practicality. And just kind of balancing your emotions, and again, forgiveness. Trying to find forgiveness so that you're not caught in that. Perhaps cutting something or someone out is going to be important for you. Maybe it doesn't have to be entirely. That's, you have to feel that out for yourself. And this here is Dagas. But it is 𝕃'𝕌ℕ𝔼. So this is you've been resisting. And also again about focus, you've been out of focus and it's time to start focusing. But also spirituality, and it's going to really help you focus, to meditate, and it's going to illuminate things for you as well when you meditate. But I also am remembering the bear, and you know, finding that opportunity, you know, really being still before jumping at that opportunity. So yeah, take some time to be still and really, you know, hermit and tap into your spirituality, but keeping a good balance. Don't let it cause things to get to a point where, you know, you want to keep in balance with it so that you don't get out of routines or anything like that. If anything, add it to a routine so that you stay in balance and don't just get overwhelmed by things. Alright, and that is where we're going to leave this. And thank you so much for being a part of my journey and welcoming me to be a part of your journey as well. I would like to ask if you could support me in any way by liking this video or sharing or subscribing. It would be greatly, greatly appreciated as I build up here. And thank you so much. And until next time, lovely folk.